If you always constantly show up, then luck becomes inevitable. If you never miss a day, if you constantly keep showing up, you're consistent despite not seeing results, but that doesn't mean that you still keep doing the exact same thing that doesn't get you results. No, of course, you're putting into work, you're trying to learn, you're trying to optimize, you're constantly striving for improvement, and you don't think about giving up. You simply keep showing up every single day, knowing that you're putting out your best. You can be sure that you will get lucky. There will be some sort of an overnight success. There will be people calling you lucky. Even you yourself, you might think, damn, I became lucky, I tried this 100 times, it didn't work. I tried this 101st time, and it did work. You might think, others might think that it was luck. But then you remember how much work you've actually put in, how many times you've actually showed up. And when you actually take this into the equation, you realize that you have influence and power over luck. The more you the more work you put in, right? When you become such a hardworking person, you put in so much work that it becomes unreasonable that you don't get lucky. Well, you simply crack the game because that's literally all you need. If you look at my YouTube channel, right? I've been posting videos for what, 8 months? They haven't been getting almost any views, right? At least long form ones. The shorts have been doing a bit better, but I've been just posting consistently, trying to do that every single day. I've been doing since 2026, every single day, posting at least one video. That's a goal that I've had for myself. And with that, right, I haven't seen a lot of success yet, right? I've been getting like 2 views, 3 views, 1 view, 0 views, 5 views, 10 views, just something like that, okay? But I didn't think once of giving up. Every single time, right? From these posts that I've put out, from this work that I've put in, I try to learn. I see how can I make the second video better? How can I speak better? What do people actually like, find valuable? Should I make more videos around that? I don't know this is a very, very specific example, but basically I wanted to say this because you can do the exact same thing in your life. You learn through the work that you're putting in. You cannot learn by thinking, right? You need to actually go through that thing, even if it takes you 100 times to fail. It's way better to fail 100 times on a thing, not taking, super, super perfect action, right? Not having the right game plan, not having the right tools, but still trying out that thing, failing 100 times, you will learn way more than spending, the same amount of time it would take for you to fail those 100 times. You spend the same amount of time just thinking of trying for that one time, you will almost learn absolutely nothing just because you don't really have any experience to call upon. You might think, you might research, you might look, but in your experience, right, you haven't experienced that thing, you haven't got any knowledge on that, so you cannot know whether that thing will actually work. You can only know whether that thing that you're working on will work based off of your experience. In order to get experience, you need to fail, you need to fail again, again and again and again. That's what's needed. Just get used to not seeing results, right? You can even have some sort of a target to hit. I need to hit 100 failures in a certain area, right? So let's say in my case, it needs to be I need to hit 100 videos, getting less than 100 views or whatever, in order to hit my success. Perhaps it will take me less, perhaps it will take me more videos, but by the end of those 100 failures, I will be so much more knowledgeable than I would have been if I researched, if I scripted everything out, if I kept overthinking. I would literally get nowhere. This is basically, the main takeaway we can get from this video is that you learn from experiences. Okay? You shouldn't sit there and wait till you get inspired or till you actually crack it or figure it out. You need to be not only not afraid to fail, but you actually need to seek failures. Okay, I know this is a very, very cliche saying. A lot of people say that you need to collect failures, and of course we don't like failing. I don't like not getting views. Putting in certain amount of work into making these videos, but still not getting the results. But even though it may not feel very pleasant in the moment, I know that in the long term, it will really, really benefit me. Um, I'm very happy in the place that I am right now. Not necessarily because I have a lot of subscribers or because my videos are getting a lot of views, because that's just simply not the case. Why I am happy is that I've learned, I've failed, I've practiced my speaking skills, I've gotten a little bit better on creating titles, thumbnails. You can be the judge of that in this video because I don't really plan on putting anything too extravagant, but you know, a lesson is a lesson, and you can only get lessons after you fail at something. So that's just my call to action for you. Go ahead, choose that one thing that you want to excel in, right? I know that you have that one thing because if you're watching this, you're probably on some sort of a self development journey and you do have some big goals, right? You just simply need to put in way more work that you're putting in right now. And that work that would not come in research or in thinking or in planning out, but simply taking action and something that could lead you to a failure. Because whenever you experience a failure, you will learn so much faster. The lesson gets ingrained into your mind so much faster. And the more emotional it is, the bigger the failure is, the bigger the lesson. So that is my advice to you. Take action on this video, right? If you watch this, it may change your life, but it may also be just another video. It's for you to decide whether you want to take action on it or not. Thanks for watching. God bless.